Okay. Interesting. But yeah, I started getting PRP injections on it, so they will rebuild it.
Oh wow,
Mm.
that's that tendon right there is used quite a bit.
Yep, especially when helping people on different institutions.
Yeah, yeah. So thinking,
So yeah,
wow.
I'm pretty scared like how the hell it's gonna be when I continue working. Now I'm still like I've been already 2 months home. I'm still a few weeks home, but I'm supposed to first of all protect myself from big violent guys and lifting people who are much bigger than me, like 2 meter guys, and
Yeah.
it will be interesting. Yeah, I'm not anywhere near yet. Okay, but little by little.
Okay. Take it slow.
You know,
So
I'm not fully covered at all, but so far I've been paying the bills myself. But I think I will get them back.
Are you from Norway?
Not originally.
Or where are you
Yeah,
from?
I am living in the system here, so yeah, I am injured privately and by job. So.
Oh,
he said, "Where are you from originally?"
Mm, Finland.
oh,
Finland.
you're from Finland. Finland.
And where are you from?
I'm originally from India, but I'm in Canada, so I'm in Manitoba, Canada.
Okay. It only says Gold Marble. Yeah, yeah, we've been talking before too, a long time ago.
Central Canada. I think I talked to you before.
Mm. Yes, and I don't do Finland anymore, so I'm done with it. It is nice in summertime, but spring comes like in June. You can still be kicking snow in June.
One of my students is from Finland.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What are you teaching them?
I'm teaching them different subjects like history and chemistry. So I do different. I do some sciences. I do some social sciences as well, psychology.
Okay.
So she's from Finland. So she was just telling me she had gone to Finland for for Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and then she had gone to Estonia. So have you been to Estonia?
Mm,
No.
yeah, a long time ago, like, but that's like way before.
Okay. She said
It's very different, but a lot of people travel there to buy some cheap alcohol and stuff like it. So
okay. So how's the weather there in Norway?
it's
Very
been
very
actually
cold.
pretty okay, but yeah, I'm mostly sleeping these days. So
Okay. Well, it's bright and sunny in Manitoba. So all our snow is melted and it's
mm,
beautiful outside. So just went for a drive, just came back.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of snow in the area where you're living in Canada then, or in winter
Uh,
time?
no, there's not a lot of snow. There's all the snow is melted. I have to change my winter tires. See, I just took my car out and I had it washed and all, and I have to change my winter tires. You see,
Mm,
I still have winter tires because it snows up here a lot. So
mm-mm.
I've got to go back to all season tires again. So go back and
Yeah, I'm all for all kind of spike tires and spikes on shoes and everything. It's especially now. Normally, I'm very fanatic about it, but this was the only time I did not have them, and I felt.
do you have to do you drive there? Like, do you have to plug in your car?
I use public transport.
Or you use public transport?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't feel like hassling. They work good enough for me.
I have to always plug in my car here in if you live way up north, you have to plug in your car. See, this was
Mm-mm.
something I was not used to. I lived in Nova Scotia.
Mm-hmm.
Nova Scotia, they don't plug in their cars. That's another part of Canada. It's on the east coast, and they
Okay.
don't plug in their cars. And now
Mm-mm.
coming here, 9 years ago, I had to always plug in my car.
Mm.
You know, none
Okay.
of you guys have to plug in your cars, do you? In the States, it is not that cold.
I think it would be if I would have a car.
Yeah. So yeah, it's nice, and you know, after get into the into coin collecting, I've stopped, collecting coins for time being. I want to please my folks. My folks are doing. I'm trying to help them out, so I have to. I've not collected coins as such,
Okay.
silver
Yeah,
and
we'll have our different priority areas, like when it's a
yeah,
life first. Mm.
yeah. I've got too much silver now. I want to get some. I got some gold also, but would like to have more in my gold pile.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So I got all maple leaves. That's why I call myself gold maple because I like the maple leaves.
Mm.
Yeah.
That video I put up. Uh-oh, I'm echoing. That video I put up is that it's over 400 already, but I think they're checking the amounts. That's kind of crazy.
So I hear the prices are very cheap in the States. Like I was looking at the price of gold and silver. It's gone down. Hasn't it gone down? Or has it gone up again?
I think that depends on what particular pieces you're looking at. Because we have a big semi-numismatic, um, market here in the U.S. It just depends. I mean, if you're talking about regular bullion, uh, it's kind of fluctuate. I mean, I like to use the American Eagle as a baseline, and I'll take a roll. The average price of a roll right now is anywhere between about 370 to 400. Um, that translates anywhere between 18 bucks to 250 over spot to 350 over spot. So it just depends.
Yeah.
But if you go for something like a Libertad or a proof Libertad, then you're gonna pay $80 an ounce. You know.
Yeah, coins are a bit pricey. Like if you want the proof, like even I was looking at the websites, and also I said like proof American Eagles. I was looking at. I like the proof compare better than the BU version. You know, the proof is
Yeah.
so much better, the American Eagle. And boy, like that's expensive here in Canada.
How,
They're going for like $80 and $60 and 60 to $80. I said, oh my God, that much for just 1 ounce, just one ounce like proof.
yeah,
Got to be
proofs are.
got to be crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about $100 an ounce. I'm looking around like people. There's already $100 an ounce is already here. It just depends on what you're buying.
Yeah, like if you want so much of like you want the really beautiful coins, like the proof ones, then you're going to pay like way above spot. We got a rotten deal here in Canada. They all the coin companies they're putting their prices like way high. If you want the
Yeah.
proofs.
Have you collected the 100 for 100 series up there in Canada?
Not too crazy about the 100 for 100. Are you crazy? Like I find like they minted so many of them. Like there's so much of them. Like
Well, they did
look at the mint.
50,000. They did 50,000. That's not a real bad number. Here,
Yeah.
I'll I'm gonna put a link over there on the side. There's a video of I did the whole set. I've got every one of them.
Oh, you got every one of them of the 100 for 100?
Yeah, yeah, I have every one.
Wow, that is incredible.
I just put the link over there to the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch your video there, Seattle.
Okay.
Are you from Seattle, by the way? Any
Yes.
chance? Oh, you're
Yes.
okay. So you're in the home of Starbucks, huh?
Home of Starbucks, which was Seattle's best before it was even Starbucks.
Yeah, and you're in the home of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yes, the football team. Yes,
Yeah,
they finally won something and made a name. For a very long time, no one dared mention that name of being a Seahawk fan for a very long time.
yeah. My one of our teachers had gone to Seattle with his son to watch the Seahawks game. He was from Canada, and he was just amazed at how many people came for the football game. The I think Seahawks were playing the Green Bay Packers or something, like one
Yeah,
of the football teams, and he was just amazed. Like so many people showed up, and they were all yelling and screaming and all that. This was before the year after they won the Super Bowl.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that brought in a lot of people as well. Brought in a lot of tourism. I mean, when you win a game like a Super Bowl, there's a lot of tourism that happens and economic activity behind it too, which is beneficial to the city. It's always a big deal. But I
you.
mean, you got to remember, before that, they hadn't won anything since the '60s.
Oh, okay.
So it was a long drought. You know what I mean? There was a time. I remember a time when no one would ever say that they were a Seahawk fan or any Seattle fan. It was, but it's good to see that the city had finally got some notoriety for a big major league sports team win.
Yeah, I like the I've been to Seattle. Quite a nice city. I didn't stay long though. I stayed only for a couple of hours. I was traveling by Greyhound. We had a deal like $300. You can travel anywhere, U.S. and
Hmm.
Canada by Greyhound. They had it long time ago, and we went to Seattle. My mom and I, and boy, I was impressed. We went to different cities in the United States, all along the West Coast and the East Coast and to the Midwest and all. It's incredible, but you know,
Yeah, it's a very nice city. If you were riding the Greyhound, then you most likely went to the Mission. I think that's the Mission. That's on Mission Street. I want to say it's right off of Mission and 13th Avenue. It's the Greyhound. I've ridden the Greyhound from out of downtown before too. Um, so yeah, when was that back in what year was that? In the 80s,
that
90s?
was probably like 2007, 2008.
Yeah, okay.
It was a long time ago. Like that's about almost 8 years ago now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You went downtown to the Mission Street station.
Yeah. So I like I like the coins, but not that I've not been keeping up. Have you started collect? There's a Canadian coin that's come out. Some Canadian coins. There's one with the Cougar, the Predator series. Are you collecting that?
The prehistoric ones is the ones I'm also collecting. I have the seven. I've been collecting the 70 series on those, the slab ones. I got the 70 with the woolly mammoth, and I have the 70 for the rebirth of the um I want to say it's the saber tooth, but it's another name they actually have for it.
Do you collect any of those America the Beautiful
I have the quarter series.
or the quarters? Okay. Like I got only three America the Beautiful. It's hard to get them here in Canada.
Oh wow.
Not a lot of places offer them. Silver Gold Bull does, but there are not a lot of places that offer the America the Beautiful, and I don't see a lot of people collect America the Beautiful. You know, I've watched YouTube videos, so many people are after the um the Lunar series and the pandas and the Libertads and all that. Even people they don't go after the wildlife series, Rwanda wildlife and Somali wildlife and all. Do you collect those?
The wildlife ones, I've got some of them in the Bullion coins. I collected also the 70 set of the Canadian banknote series. I have that one. Um, Also, here, I'll give you, you were just talking about it. I'm gonna put the link up. This is the video. You can check this out too. But that's the video for the 50 for 50. I have the whole 50 state quarter American the Beautiful set. That's
Yeah,
the that's the, that's the video for that one. Um, we're live now too.
yeah.
I'm still
So,
talking in the vacuum.
oh, okay, yeah, right. Yeah. So, you know, I've got one Somali wildlife. I was looking at the Rwanda wildlife. The Rwanda wildlife seems little pricey, especially like if you go for the earlier ones. Oh, are you there? Yeah, you're okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, keep talking. I'm gonna grab something.
Yeah. So the earlier ones are very pricey. It's almost very difficult to get the first coin in the Rwanda wildlife series. You know, the gorilla, mountain gorilla. Very difficult to get that one. I've looked at all the websites. I've looked at eBay. I've looked at just different websites, and nobody's offering any of those earlier ones. Like you can still get the rhino. You know, that's 2012. But anything before 2012, you cannot get the Rwanda wildlife series at all. Very expensive. You know, you're gonna be spending like way too much money. Yeah. So really expensive. And are you there's something that's come out also. There's a wildlife series from the Congo. There's a gorilla. Do you collect that? There's a gorilla, the wildlife series from Congo. Like a roaring gorilla.
I would, but I'm having other things and prioritizing my money right now. I think they are beautiful.
Yeah, they're beautiful. There's so many coins there I would like to collect, but the thing like you only is priorities. You know, like what is important. You know, and right now I'm trying to save money so I can bring my parents over here. So I don't always have to fly over to visit them. They'll be very close to me, so I can visit them.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So saving all my money and um so I don't have to spend too much. And I think I got quite a big collection now,
Mm.
you know, of silver. So I've got so much silver now. Now I'm
Yeah,
trying
I'm,
to.
I'm good with silver. I try to focus on gold when I have time, but first I had some other operations I was doing, and then I was paying my school fees, and just when I got those paid, then I got injured, and now I'm paying the X-rays and MRs and CTs and
Oh,
rebuilding tendon infection.
what happened to you?
I got a very bad concussion, and I broke my bicep tendon. It split and it's fully teared. I can't lift my arm.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll pray very hard for you that
Yeah,
you know
it's
that for your
I
good
started
health.
now getting injections last week, so in a month's time I hope that it's rebuilt. but
Okay.
it's a heavy time anyway. Like I taken like 3 MRs, 2 CTs, and 2 X-rays, and it's been just a hell, you know.
Yeah,
A lot
well,
of wrong diagnosis and stuff. Mm.
I hope everything is okay, but you will.
I
Will
think
pray
in the
very
end
hard
I
for you.
will be, but it's pretty funny. But I'm still alive. I will be up.
That's good. Yeah. So
Mm.
you said you're also going to school. Like, what are you studying?
I'm just doing professional studies to like hopefully getting better deals.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So you're doing progressive studies.
Yeah, I'm working on health fields. So,
Oh, that is good. Yeah,
mm.
that's nice. Yeah,
Never too much information anyway. So
right.
never know when you need some.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just chilling. You know, I'm a big hockey fan. So I've been watching a lot of hockey. You know,
Mhm.
on YouTube, and I've been. Do you get Netflix in Finland? Do you like does Net?
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have it here too.
Yeah, but
I'm
there.
not
Okay.
TV.
Yeah,
No
I'm
TV for
watching
me
too
at
much
all.
too much Netflix, you know. All these like crime dramas and you know these comedies and you know these documentaries. I just find them so interesting.
Mm. No,
Yeah.
especially now for over 2 months, I'm doctor's orders max 20 minutes computer per day. No TV, no reading, no computer.
Oh, that's sad.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just and the weather is so beautiful outside, you know. I was tired of all the snow. Tired of seeing so much snow, you know. All the time, and we got good weather, and then all of a sudden it started snowing heavily over here, you know. And we said,
Mm.
oh gosh, you know.
Okay, there you go, Maple. That's the 1999 one right there.
Wow, that is lovely.
That's
All your state quarters.
Yeah, that's the 99. This is the. I'll move this one to the side here. That one. This is the 2000.
That's lovely.
Move this one to the side here. Move that one up here. That's the 2001 set right there.
So do you got all the state quarters?
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
go ahead
the
and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go through them for you real quick. This is the 2002. That was just the 2001. It's 2002. That's got Ohio, Louisiana, Tennessee, Mississippi, Indiana on there. Uh, that one right there is one of the better sets. A lot of people like to try to get a hold of. The first few ones they used to give you a quarter set with them as well. Well, at least the ones I was able to pick up. They came with the quarter, the silver quarter, the diamond, the nickel, and a penny. I'll show it to you real quick. A lot
okay.
of these came with this when you buy them. A lot of them came with the quarter APD. They came with you have the silver quarter, the silver dime. You know what? I was just telling someone I didn't have any silver dimes. Actually, I do. That's silver.
Oh, that's lovely. I wanted to ask you, do you collect presidential coins like you know the $1? They have all different presidents on them. There's Washington. Now it's gone to Dwight Eisenhower or Gerald Ford. Now they've made all
Yeah,
these like $1 coins. Eh?
yeah.
And then
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of those coins. I don't collect them personally. Um, I kind of just passed on those. But there's there's a lot of them out there. I've more or less concentrated on the on the quarter sets and quarter proof silver sets. I've kind of centered on those. Now, some of the gold coins, commemorative coins. I wish I would have started collecting the first ladies ones when they first came out, but I never did. I mean, the prices are high anyways.
Yeah.
But I think that would be that would be a good one to have personally.
Yeah, I wanted to get Jackie Kennedy. My favorite. I like Jackie Kennedy, and if they come up with Nancy Reagan, that would be a good. It's a good coins, to collect.
I think
Nancy
they
Reagan
I think they just released her, so I'm not sure.
and Jackie Kennedy. I met Jackie Kennedy, by the way.
Oh, did you?
I was in New York, and this was in 2000 2000. I went to New York City. I stood on the World Trade Center where it is not there anymore. So I stood at the very top, and then we went down, and we ran into to Jackie Kennedy
Oh,
in
nice.
the yeah. So we talked to a very nice lady. So having actually met her, I would like to, one of those first lady coins with Jackie Kennedy.
That's the 2003 one. I'll put that one out there. 2003. It's a good
Wow, that is lovely. I've been to all these states. I've been to Illinois, Alabama, Maine. Um, Never been to Missouri, and I've never been to Arkansas. But I've been to all those states,
big,
to most of the states.
big country.
Yeah.
Missouri, Arkansas. Yeah, that's Missouri, Illinois, Alabama, uh, Maine, and Arkansas on that one. That's the 2003 one. So a good one, definitely. Um, then you got like the 2004, and you got Michigan, Florida, Texas, Iowa, and Wisconsin. And I'm gonna set that one out real quick.
So how do you do it? Do you have like you showcase these very beautifully on the screen? Do you use a camera?
Yeah. It's a Logitech web camera.
So is it connected to your computer?
Yes, sir.
Like a webcam? Is it a webcam?
Yeah, it's a Logitech HD webcam.
Okay, then I must show you my coins too. You got your coins, but I don't have them displayed as well as you. See, mine are all like you've displayed your coins so beautifully. They're all in cases and all that. Let me see if I can display my coins here.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know if you can see. How do I make my image better? I don't know if you can see this coin. This is America the Beautiful. I got an America the Beautiful coin.
The 5-ounce one?
The 5-ounce one, yeah. Yeah, I got a 5-ounce one. I don't know if you can see it.
That's a pretty nice size, huh?
Yeah, that's a Blue Ridge Parkway coin. How do I make my screen bigger? Can you guys?
You're kind of breaking up.
Does it appear? I'm breaking up.
A little bit. There's pauses.
Yeah, pause. I won't pause. Yeah, I got the Blue Ridge. I got the Olympic 5-ounce coin, the Olympic National Park. Okay, I got the Olympic National Park, America the Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, America the Beautiful with the caribou. And then there's my other one that I got. I got three of them. I got three of them. Just a second. I shall come back. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here it is. So, here it is. So this is
So what do you guys think? Is it gonna be America the Beautiful after Trump?
So this is Glacier National Park. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? It's too shiny.
We know what it is.
Yeah, yeah. And quality of webcam looks like you have a bandwidth bottleneck. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I suck at. You guys make such beautiful videos of your coins. Make a beautiful video of my coin collection now soon. You know. Yeah. So I've been collecting all these silver coins here. I got a 1.5 ounce maple leaf of Canada. I don't know if you can see it. Gotta turn my video on again. Yo. I don't know if you can see it. It's too shiny. It's got maple leaves on it. Can you see it?
If you take it a little bit more far from the camera, I think the zoom is better.
Can you see it?
There is better, but
There's better. Can you see it slightly? Oh no.
yeah, sorry, your camera is not really much on focus.
Okay, yeah, I guess not. And then I got Birds of Prey, the owl. Does anybody collect the Birds of Prey 1 ounce coins from Canada? I don't know if you can. Can you see it? It's just too shiny. Yeah, so I've been collecting this and taking a break from silver because I got just too much silver, you know. I got at least like maybe like 5,000 ounces or something of silver now. So taking a break. I collect quarters too, yeah. But all my collection is in Nova Scotia. So I'll have to take it out when I go back to Nova Scotia and show you all. I got quarters like he has, like Seattle. Yeah, so getting a little bit got too much silver, so now I'm focusing on gold and platinum and all that, but it'll take a long time, you know. What happened to you? Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear me, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just reading something else same time.
Yeah, I can hear you. I had my mic down for a second. I was talking to myself.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. It was it was kind of strange.
Yeah, I was thinking that you were hearing me, and I had my fader down. So my apologies there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I mean, I'm up to 2005 with that one. This is the 2006. It's got the Nevada, Nebraska, Colorado, North Dakota, South Dakota coins. Quarter coins on these. That one. Gotta do it up.
I got a Mount Rushmore commemorative silver dollar and commemorative gold dollar. Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm.
I love that set.
It is nice.
Yeah, that's a really nice one. Even the quarter ones are kind of hiked up on the price on that one. They kind of went to the new frosted look. I mean, I like these original looking ones. I think that over time these will prove to be you know a definitive set, something that a lot of people can enjoy and have. Um, Now we're up to 2007 here. This is Idaho, Montana. We've got Washington State, Utah, and Wyoming. Let's sit there. Very, very nice quarter set. I mean, it took time to collect them. I always knew I would end up with this set personally. I remember when they first came out, like in the 90s, I was running around collecting every quarter I could.
Yeah, I would look through my when we came to the States, like my mom had all these quarters. So
Hmm
I would take quarters from her. I would say, give me all your quarters, and I would hunt for all of these coins because we don't see them in Canada. We see them sometime in our change, but it's very hard to run into U.S. Quarters. But then I managed to collect all the 50 states. It was hard to get some of them like Alaska and Hawaii and
hmm
but I finally managed to get all the entire set of US quarters.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, it's now they're coming out with a different design set because they've been really popular. I mean, there's a lot of people that like them, enjoy them. Um, After this one, there's just for the set. There's the final ones, which is the kind of not states. They're more vassals, I would say, of the United States.
There's there's Puerto Rico and there's America. Yeah, I got that set. There's Guam and Northern Marianas and the stick of there's a set that you can get like they call it a silver set. You get four of them in plastic, so they'll give you like all the presidential dollars, and they'll give you all the quarters,
Yep.
in silver. So they have a prestige silver prestige set. Have you? Is that the silver prestige set? It looks like you got the
Yeah.
silver prestige.
Well, on the thing is called this the district, territory silver proof set. That's what they're. This is the box it comes in.
Wow, I love those quarters. That got me hooked on collecting American coins. I
Yeah.
first started collecting quarters, and very soon I would look at all the coins. I would say all these presidents are there on the coins: Jefferson and
hmm
Washington and Lincoln and Roosevelt and Eisenhower and Kennedy.
Yep.
You know. So I've got some coins. I've got a Madison, James Madison
hmm
commemorative dollar, and then there's a Jackie Robinson. The Jackie Robinson commemorative.
It's Jackie Robinson.
The first black who got it. See, long ago, most
Yeah.
of in baseball there were no black or
Yeah. Yeah.
Hispanic. He
I
was the
know who he
first.
is. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
Jackie.
remember the coin.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, look at your quarters. Wow.
I mean, focus this one.
I like your quarters. I'd love to get I'd love to get the Grand Canyon. You know, the Grand Canyon 5 ounce. Because I've been to the Grand Canyon, so it means a lot to me. Get the Grand Canyon. Hot Springs, I've never been to the hot springs. I will visit Yellowstone next year. I'm gonna go visit Yellowstone, so I've not gone to Yellowstone, but I will be going next year. So it'll be
Visit the Yellowstone Park, nice.
yeah. And Yosemite I've not seen. You know, so it would be nice to see Yosemite. Then I can collect the quarter.
Well, I'm up. I have the 10, and I have the 11 here, which comes in.
What have you got there? Oh wow, you got lovely coins. You got Gettysburg. Wow, I'd love to get that one. Gettysburg was the turning point of the American Civil War. 1862, the Confederates invaded Pennsylvania, and had they won that battle, all would have been lost for the Union. And then Vicksburg is another great battle was fought there. Battle of Vicksburg, right? Grant won. Ulysses Grant, you know.
Yep.
And then there's Glacier. I got that as 5 ounce. I got the Olympic 5 ounce. And I believe there was a battle of Chickasaw also. That was the battle of the Civil War.
PD says she slept through American history.
Yeah. Well, I just read, you know, very interesting. You guys live in a wonderful country, you know, a lot of history. Only wish like you had a better government. You know, you had medical care, and you could go to the doctor. The price of medicines were cheap, and you had good health care. Like you could go to the doctor. You don't have to pay all this insurance. You know.
Yeah, the problem is that there's too many hands in the cookie jar.
Why is insurance so high in those states?
Well, I mean, personally, I think it's just due to the fact that you just got too many hands in the cookie jar.
Oh, okay. Because in Canada, insurance is not very high. You go to a doctor and you say, I'm not feeling too well. You know, I've got a cold, and then he checks you. He takes a stethoscope and he says, do you have are you breathing heavily? You know, are you getting congestion in your chest? Let me check your chest. Okay, and then he puts a stethoscope by your chest and he makes you open your mouth and you go, you know, and he checks everything, and he says, you know, go and go take Tylenol. So I've been stopped going to the doctor now, although I get free medical care because he just says go to the pharmacy and get Tylenol. So I don't go to the doctor. I just go to the pharmacy and I get Tylenol now. Yeah.
Just cut out the middleman.
Yeah. So I eat apples, you know. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. So more apples you eat, you don't have to go and see the doctor.
Apple a day keeps the doctor.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of wisdom in that.
What is that?
There's a lot of wisdom in that old saying.
Yeah. So you eat a lot of apples, then you don't have to see a doctor.
Eat plants.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a 200 for 200 Canada.
Oh, that is beautiful. That's a very beautiful coin. Wow. You know, that is going to be worth something one day. Like $200. You know, so you can actually sell it for over the value. That's a good investment.
Yeah. And that was the first of the series.
That is lovely. You must have paid over $200 for that coin.
Well, I paid about 170 American, if I remember right.
170. Okay, wow. If we were in Canada, we'd have to pay over $200 for a $200 coin.
Yeah, I remember those coins were. It's very nice. Still same. It's got the matte finish. This is the one with all the animals on it.
Lovely
Oh,
coin.
I have a lot of Canada stuff. I always
Oh, that is
enjoy
lovely. We have to bring you here to Canada. We got to make you a Canadian.
it.
We'll give you some Tim Hortons coffee, and we'll give you some poutine. So Canadians are very fond of. This is what distinguishes a Canadian from an American. We love Tim Hortons coffee. Everywhere you go in Canada, you'll see Tim Hortons. We like poutine. You know, you guys, do you guys know what poutine is? Okay, it's like
Sure do.
it's like
Cheese and
French.
gravy on
Yeah.
fries.
Oh yeah. So we got to get you to eat some poutine, and then but all Canadians say hey, you know, hey. That's the expression in Canada. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, we love that. We say hey,
Hey.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty typical down here. A lot of people, hey. Usually it's to stop you.
Wow, you got a lovely coin set.
Yeah, I have to put that Orcas back out there because that's the favorite coin, of the week right now. It's the flavor.
Yeah, I love those. That coin is very beautiful. The orcas. How much did you pay for that one?
American on the site it's like 70, I think it's $77.
Wow, you guys have, I have to shop in the United States for Canadian coins. I'm gonna go to the States and shop. Canada is too pricey.
Oh, it's our exchange rate. The dollar's stronger.
Yeah. I hope the Canadian dollar rises, you know. Justin Trudeau has to be good to us. Yes, he has to rise the Canadian dollar rise, so then I can go on fancy trips to the United States. I can go I can do some traveling.
I just got to exchange to get a few dollars. It isn't. It's. I mean, when in all the major cities, Vancouver, they accept dollars, so no problem. I mean, they just do the conversion rate right then and there. Even Victoria Island, you can go
Yeah.
into their stores with dollars, and they'll take them no problem.
Lovely coin, boy. I didn't know that they make those beautiful coins. I've been hunting for these at the post office. We get coins through our post office, and I've never seen these coins. I'll have to go to the mint.
Yep. Yeah, we buy them straight from the mint, from mint.ca. Yeah, we can buy the coins directly from the mint.ca.
Boy, it's very windy your end, eh? There's a lot of wind. You must be getting a lot of wind in Seattle.
Um, Am I breaking up?
I can still hear you. Can you hear me? So are you there? Oh, there you are. Okay.
We're still live.
So I see you got a lot of Scottsdale there with the beautiful lions.
Yeah, I like kitties.
Okay, how about now?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Wow, that is beautiful. Very beautiful coin.
Yeah, I thought I'd pull it back up a bit too.
You know that in North Norway you can swim with okras?
You can?
Beautiful orcas.
You can swim with the orcas, really?
Yeah, there is some company in North Norway who are like making tours and they know the orcas so well that you can go and swim with them.
The water's pretty cold, huh?
I think you're gonna have like those Suisse on you.
Uh-huh.
I ain't going. It's still a wild animal.
Yeah, yes, they are.
Mm. But
I've
yeah,
had to
it's
see them.
tempting though. It's tempting. But as a coin, it's really beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lovely coin.
Definitely the favorite of the group for me.
Mm.
That's my favorite too. I like that ballerina, that Russian ballerina.
Oh, the one PD has as her avatar.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and I didn't hear you.
That's a wonderful coin.
Okay, thanks. So, what do you guys think about that latest news with the German banks admitting that they were manipulating the silver prices and gold prices? Anybody read that article?
Well, what's new about it? Of course they do it.
Everybody is manipulating though. Canadian banks are also manipulating prices. American banks are manipulating, but they don't tell you that they
Well,
are.
well, yeah, I know we all know that, but I mean, Deutsche Bank came out and admitted and said they were going to help. They were going to help talk about. They were going to help expose the others doing it too, so they can get it all out in the open.
Well, only question is what's the back idea?
But
Why
see,
they wouldn't do it?
but see, if they admit it, then their stock is gonna go down. See, if you're manipulating, you have to be quiet when you're manipulating, right? You don't tell anybody.
Yeah, I thought that that would have been the normal protocol as well, but they're saying that they've been caught and there's not a lot of way around it for them now. So they're actually, discussing discussing it openly and saying that they're gonna help with the exposure of some other actors and players in the bank by providing the web chats the Instagram, instant chats, the emails, and everything else. They're going to provide that to the to the plaintiffs in the silver manipulation case as well.
So all those people who collect from collect coins in Germany, but will they continue to buy gold and silver? Or will they be a little bit hesitant now to buy?
I don't think so. Overall, if you just, if you're asking for my personal opinion on it, I don't think overall it actually hurts them at all. I think what you're more than likely gonna see is that there's gonna be some more lawsuits and possibly some class action ones. You know, I don't know how big it'll get, but
No, but this is all like they do really want to like smash the economy here. Like the amount of immigrants who are coming in now and just like doing nothing and getting all these monies with the refugee system. They're not even refugees. This is just like all about like how to crash the money system in Europe. Like these countries can't deal with this pressure.
well, as far as the amount of pressure they put on themselves, it's a lot of this is their own doing. It's a global system that they've created, and they've tied everybody in, so everybody's with it at the hip. So
Yeah, but there's ideas behind it. You know, it's yeah. We'll be waiting. You know.
yeah, I think overall what you'll probably see, just my thoughts on it. What you'll start to see is that um, there'll be a lot of tapering off, and then there'll be the slow filter. With the transiting of people, they've already committed. They've gone too far to go back. They've already crossed the Rubicon. There's no going back.
Mm.
There's either an implosion or an integration. One or the other will happen. That's the choices.
Or slaughter.
That's the reason why everybody around here is there's a lot of people around here building bunkers and everything else. They know it's too late to turn back. One or the other's gonna happen.
Mm. Yeah, I wouldn't mind one of the bunkers.
um, but it'll slow to a trickle. I think that they've got a lot of things in place. That'll slow it to a trickle. 10,000 here, 10,000 there. And, you know, no one's the wiser behind those type of numbers. It's a slow, gradual increase instead of a flood. That's all they need to do. That's what they're working on correcting right now. They're working on correcting the flooding.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the Rubicon's already been crossed. They killed Gaddafi. It is what it is now. It really is.
Yeah, it's a long term. It has been on plan for long term. It's not going to stop immediately. But yeah, like the feelings among people is really steaming up, so it's going to be really nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that too. They tried to, and when the economy slows down, it's gonna slow down. There's no choice because the baby boomers are getting older and they're going out. They're not buying as much. They're downsizing. So there's gonna be a big drop. And what they're trying to do is cushion that drop by bringing people in. That's what they're up to. That's
Well,
part of
it's
the
very
motivation.
fast plan because it's like 1 or 2 years it's going to be crashed totally and it is going down. This is not going to take many years.
Portland Mint is over the top. Oh, the Poland Mint. You know what? I haven't brought anything from the Poland Mint. They have a lot of nice stuff, but I just don't want to wait for that long-term shipping. What was that, Sarah? Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of them went there. A lot of people flooded into Germany. That was the German. Uh, they opened it up. A lot of people went there. There's a lot in France. Uh,
But I think
Hungary.
Germany is the only one where they don't have so much resistance and the government is protecting them more. In Finland, they are beaten up. In France, they're beaten up. In Norway, it's a little bit naive still, but they kind of start to be a little bit against it. But there's so many rapes, like every fucking day in all these countries. Like it's media is like forbidding people speaking about it. But they're like gang raping a lot of like teenage girls middle of the day. I'm very frustrated.
Raping people at high noon. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's, you know, Muslims, it's a heaven, you know, a lot of virgins running around here.
I heard there was a video of some one German reporter, like some immigrants had come and they were, I don't know if they were immigrants or as such, but they were kissing like on the video, like she was asking questions and they were kissing her and then they were walking away. We don't get a lot of European news, but that is what was reported in the media.
Who was kissing what?
Those guys were kissing her, like she was reporting a story. You know how like they go
And
to
they
the
just
side of
jumped
the.
on her, or
They're just leaning behind her and they're giving her a kiss and they're walking away.
okay. Yeah, well, that's more like a childish little thing, but in Finland there's been several cases, like 3 to 6 guys taking a 14-year-old girl, smashing her head until she's unconscious and gang raping her
Oh, that
on
is.
the way from school to home, and there's been several cases like that.
So all these people, are they immigrants or are they locals?
So-called refugees. It's just bullshit. They are not even coming from countries where there is any war or problems. And in Finland, they found out already at least 3 ISIS fighters who were in this refugee centers. But I think also the refugee centers, they should be closed until they are proven who these people are. And now it's like kind of they can walk out of it anytime and do whatever havoc they want. And in Finland, I've been seeing many videos like when they cross the border, it's 99% army age young guys. It's just like transporting the army in the country. There is no women or children. You're right, like Saudi Arabia and Dubai would be really refugee ones. Yeah, it is fully set up. I'm all for like immigration and traveling and different cultures, but not this way. No one ain't paying me free ticket on different countries where I want to travel and free holiday destination and food, so what the fuck.
Well, you are aware that Turkey is starting in June. They're gonna get the European 90-day um, passports, right?
I didn't hear that one. But yeah, I've been really like, I haven't been much online for a couple of months.
No, that starts in June. Like I said, they're already working on the trickle. I'm not saying this for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they trust me. They're working on this. They're gonna
Yeah,
stop the
they've been
onslaught.
working on it. It's like pretty much impossible to stop by now. But That's what I'm feeling like. I'm just hearing what people are talking and following my own Facebook, and people are steaming. This ain't gonna go happily ever after. But there is a lot of Spain has already problems for a long time. Spain has its part of both, like immigration and economic.
Yeah, Spain's always had,
Yeah.
it's always had little issues here and there.
That's a different story. They are not on a high level themselves either. I was in Spain last year. It's a lot of different nationalities.
Yeah. Yeah, I was listening to what Mr. Olfang was saying in the chat back there, talking about the Polish mint and the shipping. Has anybody, Siren, have you brought anything from the Polish mint? Had any shipping experiences with them?
It is expensive. It is expensive. You're gonna pay like over like $25-$30 in shipping. So it is it's quite expensive.
$30 in shipping.
Yeah. Quite expensive to get their products. Yeah, the shipping is the killer.
Yeah,
and some of their coins are also a little bit. I think they are inflated.
Yeah, I think I think it might be actually cheaper there than it is. Man, I don't know. I mean, France sells a lot of expensive stuff too. They've always, they've always sold a bunch of expensive stuff over there too. Anytime I've ever looked at some of their coins, they're pretty high up there.
Yeah, that is right. Like they make beautiful stuff like the Paris mint, but they're quite expensive. Like for the same amount of silver that you're getting through the U.S. mint and the Canadian mint, the Paris mint and the Polish mint are expensive. Now I don't know if you are living in Europe. If you were living in Europe, then it might be a little bit different because of the currency, but especially like in Canada and the US, the prices are quite high.
Yeah. I mean, I think the euro is close to the dollar. I haven't checked in in some months now, but I don't think they were too far off last I checked.
It might be cheaper in the US to order products from Paris and from Poland. Like you could go through AppMex, or you could go through like a bullion dealership, because it's going to be more expensive if you order them directly from those mints. So I think it's cheaper to order from AppMex or Gainesville or
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely say it would be better. Hey, does AppMex charge you guys still like do you guys get charged duty or whatever to get certain coins still there in Canada?
Yeah, there's a duty. I never order anything from AppMex. I just go to Silver Gold Bull. There's Silver Gold Bull and there's Colonial Acres.
Yeah, Colonial Acres. I've ordered from them too.
Yeah, and I go to Citadel Coins. Yeah, in Nova Scotia. But then, if you order from them, they'll give you a discount.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go to Nova Scotia, the tax is very high there. So I'm paying a lot in GST and PST. So now they replace the GST and PST with the each with the BST tax. We call it the bullshit, bullshit tax. Yeah, you know.
Wow, a BSD tax.
Yeah, and that is
Oh,
like 15%. So like, say you're buying the price of the coin. Like say the coin is about $70. You're paying $70 plus 15% in tax.
so another 10.50 on top of that.
That is correct. Yeah. So that is horrible. So I get all my coins in Manitoba only. You know.
Oh,
Yeah, because Manitoba has got less tax. Like each province has got a different tax. I wish I was living in Alberta because they pay the least amount of tax. There's only 5% tax there. Whereas if you live in Nova Scotia, you're paying about 15%. If you live in Newfoundland, it's 18%. That's the highest place to pay tax in in Canada.
18%.
18%, like on everything, on goods and services. So anything you buy, like there's 18% tax on top of what you buy.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's pretty extreme.
yeah, but that's the way it is. Like even you go to Europe, like some parts of Europe, like it's heavily taxed. You know.
I wonder
And
why did they have all these taxes? What in the world is going on?
yeah, like Americans, I think in term like compared to the rest of the other places, America's best. Like you'll still complain there's too much tax, but really you're paying less tax than many other countries. Like you order the same thing in. I went to France and I went to McDonald's in France. I just wanted to have a Big Mac, the same Big Mac that you get in the States. And I ordered in Paris, and they charged me like $18, like equivalent of $18 for a Big Mac. I said, "Oh my God, I'm paying $18 for a Big Mac. That is crazy. I should have just got I should have just got a Big Mac in the States
Wow,
or Canada. Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
You can get a Big Mac for like $2.
yeah. Well, it's like $18, like in. And then I went to Iceland. Do you know where Iceland is? It's part of Europe. It's sort of in between the European continent and North America. And Iceland is the most expensive place that you can. I think it's as expensive as Norway, if I'm not mistaken. Like Norway might be.
I'm pretty
So
sure they're cheaper than here.
yeah, but Iceland is very very expensive. Like I went with 10,000 kroner. That's their currency.
Hmm.
And 10,000 kroner is nothing in Iceland. We just went there for 3 days. Like money is like water. Like I felt like my money is like just going like that. Like I went to the supermarket. I just wanted to buy some milk. 300 kroner for milk. Okay, so then 300 kroner. Okay, I want to buy I want to buy a nice like jacket like that says Iceland on it. 2,000 kroner.
Wow.
Okay, how much is a kroner to a Canadian and a US dollar? So a kroner would be like
Try
like
to
about
Iceland krona is same than Norwegian krona then, because that sounds a little bit too much like that. Maybe it was some special tourist price just for you.
that's like 100
It's
kroner to.
let's see, one Swedish krona
But
is
all the
12
kronas are
cents.
different.
That's 12 cents to the dollar. So I mean, it's if you let me reverse this dollar to krona, Swedish krona. That's 12 to 1 though. I mean it take 12 Corona dollars for every one U.S. dollar. It's a 12 to 1 ratio. Just, I mean, so if you're talking something that cost $100, 100 Coronas, you're talking about almost $8. I mean, $8. 1,000 would be
We'll get about like Iceland krona is like 6.4 Norwegian krona. So that's a very different story than if you are talking of Swedish, Norwegian, or Iceland kronas.
And you know, I was reading it when I was in Iceland. I said, who are your, like, where do you get, where do most people come who are tourists from to Iceland? They said we get a lot of British and we get a lot of American. A lot of British and American people go to Iceland. I didn't know that.
Mm.
You know, I said, oh my gosh, like a lot of British people. So Americans must be finding it expensive here in Iceland.
Mm.
Iceland.
Yeah, Iceland is a beautiful place. Beautiful place. Like the only thing is like it's very expensive, and but people are really nice. Like they can speak English. You know, they can speak English very well.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of things to do. You can go all over Iceland. They have like tours, and then you can go to a spa. It's called the Blue Lagoon. It's like a fountain of youth. You go there like it's like a spa. Like you go there and when you come out, you feel 10 years younger.
Hmm.
Yeah, and they give
Wow.
you like an electronic bracelet, and you can order beer, and you can have ice cream right in the spa.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, they got as far as the exchange rate, it's $1 to 124.22 Iceland kronas.
Yeah. So you should go to Iceland, but just be careful. A lot of dollars will go if you go to Iceland.
That's almost like the yen. That's a pretty heavy exchange rate. I wonder what the yen is right.
Yeah, but there are a lot of beautiful women in Iceland. Every woman you look at, like she's like a like supermodel.
Yen. Yeah, oh, we got Silverfish VT in the background.
Hello, YouTube. This is Silverfish VT.
Oh, dead silver salivate metals. How are you?
All right, how you doing? He's in the background. Which background is he in? Hello, Gold Maple.
Hi there. I'm in Manitoba, Canada. Where are you?
I am in the Greater Washington D.C. Metro Complex,
Oh,
with an emphasis on complex.
okay. I'm in a little town in northern Manitoba, and I'm looking out my apartment window. It's beautiful outside. All the snow is all melted, you know.
Amazing, especially in northern Manitoba. I
Yeah,
would
northern
expect there
Manitoba.
probably
This is a lovely time to come to Canada. Beautiful weather we are getting.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, it's amazing. Most Canadians live along the southern border, so I'm always fascinated by those who live up north. And there's several on YouTube. I think Not a Polite Canadian lives up north in the northern section of one of the provinces there.
He lives in Alberta, I believe.
Right. Okay.
I'm more central Canada. I'm in Manitoba though, and uh, Manitoba is lot of you see a lot of native people here.
A lot of
Alberta,
natives. Okay. Right.
Alberta, you don't have a lot of natives. You have a lot of white. They're mostly like Caucasian, you know, white people.
Right. Right.
Manitoba is
We call
more.
them crackers where I'm from.
Okay. Well, we just say like, and if you go to Nova Scotia, you'll see a lot of white people,
Right. Right.
right?
You call the
Nova
native
Scotia.
crackers or the white people crackers?
What's
Yeah.
that,
So
Alisa?
Did you say that you call crackers the white people or the natives?
I call white people crackers. I'm
That's
just teasing.
better.
I'm just teasing.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
So in
Well, I wouldn't mind to go native, you know.
yeah. Well, Uh, in Manitoba, you cannot. They have also impolite terms. You don't call a native woman a squaw. That's
Oh,
like
okay, right, right.
insulting.
Yeah, it's
So
considered derogatory, right?
yeah,
And
so
isn't Nunavut is a term for a tribe there, right? And the
yeah, the Inuit they live in northern Manitoba. They live close to the Hudson's Bay. I live further away from the Hudson's Bay, but if you live in the Hudson's Bay area in northern Manitoba,
okay, right.
in Inuit people, you don't call them
Yeah, that's right. Inuit, yeah, that's it. That's the term.
and you don't call them Eskimo because that's an insult to them. You don't call them.
Okay.
Yeah, they like to be called Inu.
Is Eskimo a tribe, a certain tribe, or is that a where did
That's
that
that's a
word?
that's a European word for the Inu. When the Europeans
Okay.
first came, they they
Okay, I
they
see.
called them Eskimos.
Right.
I don't know where the word is derived from, but they take it as an insult.
So that's nothing that derived from the indigenous population. That was more of a white man term, the
That
European term for the natives there. I see. Okay.
Yeah, like when I first came to Manitoba, there was this beautiful like native Indian girl, right? And I didn't know the culture, so I called her you're a beautiful squaw, and she turned around and she gave me such a look, you
Wow.
know.
Right, right. Well, and Silver Siren mentions too that here in the United States, our indigenous population, there we call them Native Americans. However, the Indians is not considered a correct term either because there are so many different tribes they don't consider themselves Indians. So I don't know really what the correct term would be other than to pick their tribe like Cherokee or what have you, the different tribes. But the Indian is actually a nationality. An Indian is from the nation of India.
Oh
So I
yeah,
don't know what the collective of the indigenous population here would be. Like in Australia, it's Aborigine, but I don't know what a correct collective term for the native. Well, and Native American is not really a correct term either because I was born in Cleveland and I'm a Native American. So I don't know how you what you would call the indigenous population here in the United States.
yeah. It's a tragedy of history, you know. When
Right,
Columbus first came to the New World, he thought
right,
he had reached India, so he started calling all these people Indians. And one native Indian fellow whom I met here in the park in the northern Manitoba, he said that because of you we got we are being called Indians, you know. But
right. And so Silver Siren mentions that probably a good term which they use in Canada, which should apply to the United States as well, and that is First Nations. In other words,
First
the
Nations is
nation of
the correct
yeah.
term. Yeah, and there are also people that they are called Métis. Have you heard of Métis?
No, I've
A
not heard of them.
lot of Métis people here. So those are, we call them mixed breeds. That
Right,
is the union of European and native people. Their children are called Métis. They some of them they look native, and some
right,
of them you won't even know. Like they look white. They got
right.
blonde hair. They got blue eyes. And you
Sure.
think like they are European, right? But they are not European. They are mixed breeds,
Right, right,
right? And some of them are very they almost look European.
right. Yeah, there was a lot of that going on here too. In fact, in our history, um, one of the first settlements here in the United States was in 1607 in Jamestown, and there was a guy named Captain John Smith who met an Indian girl, and or an indigenous girl, and they I don't know if they had children or not, but I think they ended up getting married. And
Uh, you're talking about Pocahontas, right?
Pocahontas, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Pocahontas. She
I
married.
keep on getting that mixed up with Sacagawea because we're coin collectors and a Sacagawea a dollar, and that was a name that was sticking out in my mind. But yeah, Pocahontas is it.
Yeah. So Pocahontas, she married John Rolfe.
John Rolfe, that's right, John Rolfe, not John Smith.
So she
That's
had gone
exactly right.
to she had married a fellow merchant who had lived in the colony. His name was John Rolfe, but
Right.
she died when she went to England. They had gone to England, and
That's right. Very good. You know your history. That's exactly right.
taken her to see the Queen, but shortly after that she died.
Yep.
I think she
Her
was
child lived on, I believe. What was the child's name?
it was a girl, but I don't remember the name.
Yeah.
Pocahontas's child.
Right. Very interesting.
I think her name was October because she was born in the month of October,
Okay.
like that.
Makes sense.
They named her October.
Well, speaking of gold maples, I've got a little gold maple on order from a place, a little 10th ounce gold maple, little tiny little coin.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
There's a set you can buy. It has got all the different. You can buy like 1 ounce. There's half ounce. There's 1/4 ounce, 1/10 ounce, and then I think the smallest they make is a 1/20th ounce.
That's right. Yep. Well, actually, there's the 1 gram. They make a 1 gram panda too, that comes in those little cards.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if they're, I don't know if they would really count. But I don't know. But they're kind of neat. Those little 1 gram pandas. The 1 grammers becoming pretty popular with the pandas, and then you see that little half grams that the Australian the Perth Mint has as well.
Oh yeah.
A lot of different options for buying gold affordably. If you don't sneeze and blow it out of the way,
Oh yeah. Yeah, those 1 gram coins are really nice.
Yeah.
But the only thing is like they're too small. Like you cannot see the writing on them.
Right. Without a macro lens or a magnifier of some sort.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing the technology that goes into this micro printing for some of these coins, especially the maples this year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's so I love the I like the 1 ounce because it's like although it's the most expensive, the 1 ounce coins are the best ones because you actually feel like, oh, I'm buying something substantial.
Yes.
Like if I'm buying gold.
Indeed, I agree. And the one special thing about the gold maple leaves is and this is what I like, which is why it's my favorite gold bullion coin of all time, because they are smaller diameter and they're thicker. They're actually the size of almost exactly the size of a U.S. $half, and they actually also happen to be the same exact diameter as the salivate metal silver round, but that's another story. But anyways, they're very heavy and relatively thicker pieces than other nations 1 ounce.
There's
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's a UK lion.
Yes, the UK lions. Yeah, the UK lions are nice too. Those are beautiful pieces. I don't know if I'll get one of those, but I'm still trying to catch up for some purchases I made last year and the like. But I would like to get those, and they're beautiful. I love the design of those. And the 2 ounce, I think they make a 2 ounce silver lion. I think that's what Silver Siren's saying over here, as well as the 2 ounce turtles, which I love the 2 ounce turtles. I got a roll of those last earlier this year.
I like they make a 1 ounce gold lion also, UK lion, but it's quite pricey. I heard like it's
is there a big premium on those?
Yeah, there's a big it's got a slightly higher premium, but it's got such a beautiful coin. Like it's a 1 ounce UK lion.
The one thing I don't like about them is the reticulation in the fields, just like for the Britannias. It's almost distracting from the design on the obverse side. Now the reverse with the lion, the way they did the pattern, behind the piece is very nice. But on the obverse with the queen, it's I don't know, it's almost distracting.
Yeah, my favorite coins, I think, like if when you're talking about British coins, I like coins made by the Pop Joy Mint. Have you?
Oh yes, yes.
But they're not really popular in the States. They're not really popular in Canada. I like
Right.
the Pop Joy Mint. Like they make
Yes.
those those black penny,
Yes.
the black penny coins. There's a black penny, and there's a Isle of Man angel, and then there's a Isle of Man cat coins. The cat coins are just amazing. The cat coins.
Oh yes, the
Those are my
cat
favorite.
very nice. Yes.
Yeah. So I wish I had I got some cat coins. So I'd like to get some more cat coins.
I don't know if this is upside down or not, but here's one of the black pennies.
Oh, lovely. My gosh.
This is not silver though, so I'm not as highfalutin.
There's a 5 ounce that they made. 5 ounce black penny coin.
Wow.
Yeah. 5 ounce of silver. But that's pretty pricey.
Right. Seattle's got some nice Geigers there.
Thanks,
Yeah,
sir.
I love
It's a Geigerlicious appetite he's got there.
I like Geico.
Yeah, Geiger bars are nice, especially the 10-ounce ones. That's just kind of where I like to feel. It's heavy. I mean, if you haven't had one of these and you haven't held one of these, then you don't know what you're missing, because it reminds me of a childhood rock that we used to throw.
Yes. Oh yes.
It's got a heftiness to it that this has got this has got some density to it.
It's extra thick, very nice. Yes.
There we go. Salivate got. Yep, those are nice.
It's a good size of stack for sure, and it's got the security features and it's probably my favorite silver bullion bar, even though there's a bit of a premium on them. But
yeah, and the more we showing them right now, the more the premium's going up.
yeah, right. Well, and if I'm not mistaken, you got a good number of those, and with that being said, you are going to be a certified Geiger counter before it's all said and done.
Nice.
Which I haven't got quite that many yet to be able to do that, but
have you that one that you just showed? Did you remove the plastic off of it? I haven't removed any of the plastic off of mine.
I bought this one with the plastic already off of it, and I got it for just above spot. And this one does not have the blacklight security feature, so I think it's vintage 2014 or something.
Ah, okay.
Or 2013, probably.
Yeah, I'm tempted to take the plastic off, but I think that'll knock off the value if I do.
Yeah, I know. I'm very leery about doing that too. But sometimes you got to have one. That's why I have this one so close by, because sometimes you just like to hold one, and feel the weight of it. And even though the plastic is right covering the bar, you can feel the weight. But there's something about your hands on the silver itself which makes it nice.
Yeah, that's what I do is get a hold of it. I'll probably take one
There
out
you go.
and have it as a handheld one, one for the personal hand.
There you go, exactly.
Those are beautiful bars. Like I like them. Besides that's my second favorite after the PAMP Suisse Lady Fortune
Oh yeah, the PAMP Suisse are amazing too. Yeah.
Yeah, the PAMPs are nice. They do a good job. And they have a lot of refineries over there. I know they've sold off a lot of their metals into the gold market in order to meet demand. Um, there's a lot of talk about tightness in the market too. That chatters underneath the blogosphere. Um, they're, they're they're talking about tightness again in the market. I'm just wondering how that unfolds. Probably
Right.
the same as it unfolds as before. Price solves that problem. I mean, if it went up another $10, I think you'd see more people. More people would bring what they have to the table. Certainly to capitalize on that. So, but I think in August, I mean, as far as the price, I think we can get to 18 in August, September, and October during the fall. I think we can see that. Another couple of bucks in the fall. I think that's doable.
I think so. It does seem like, even though we've seen some fluctuation in the prices, I'm with you, Seattle. I think that we're going to see a steady incline of silver prices coming up. By the end of 2016, we'll see the price go up.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
Except my guess is it'll probably be closer to 20, 19.
1920. Yeah, it could be higher.
Slightly more bullish on it. I just think that ratio between gold and silver is going to tighten up a bit. That's just a hunch of mine, but I could be wrong. But
Oh, yeah, $20 is $20. I have no problem with it whatsoever.
and Silver Siren makes a good point that the economies are slowing too much. That's the thing. When you have each of the governments pulling out every tool in the shed, we have Japan and probably Germany going into negative interest rates now. We've had 3 rounds of quantitative easing here in the United States, and really, they're still easing. It's just not as much quantity right now. So in other words, they've tapered back, but they're still printing money like it's going out of style. And even with all of that, with those 3 rounds of quantitative easing, and with these little things that they do, we still are at 1 point some odd percent GDP.
Yeah. Well, I wanna, and I'll say this. I think what a lot of people are saying, and I've said it before in some posts, that the population is the baby boomers are going out.
Yep.
And there's going to be a drop. There's going to be a drop. There's no way around it. I mean, it's too late to go. Had they just started 20 years ago, 20 years ago, and started incentivizing Generation X, which is my generation, to have more kids and stuff like that, and curtail the abortionists and the other groups, and incentivize people to have more kids, I think that it wouldn't be so much a drop. There'd be a lot less. Let's say there wouldn't be an immigration crisis. There wouldn't be a lot of the other hanky-panky you see going on had that it took place. But that barn's already. I mean, that horse has already left the barn.
That's right.
If they start now, they can probably catch Y.
Yep.
They can probably catch some of Y in the millennials, but the Generation X is just, they've missed the barn on us.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, it's going to run out, especially entitlements, too, Social Security and they're all on the road to bankruptcy because of what you mentioned,
Yeah, well, they're already cutting on Social Security. A lot of people don't know it. They're closing the benefits holes,
Right.
already. A lot of people don't know it yet. They're steadily slowly but surely screwing down on this. They're tightening it in a little bit more. You used to could postpone taking your benefits and allow your wife to take them.
Right.
That's gone now. So they're working on it.
That's why they call it a Ponzi scheme.
and they locked old Madoff up for it.
Right, exactly. Yep. That's right.
They locked him up for it.
Yep. But they'll never be locked up because they make the rules. The ones who write the rules, they can get off scot-free. Which is another reason to stack the precious metals, because we are masters of our own destiny.
That's true. Silverfish is out there saying that technology replacing jobs, Fed policies that keep pushing money to the wealthy, inflating assets, taxing labor more than investments. I mean, why not try something new? I think the new thing is to really incentivize people here to have more kids. I think that's an incentive that would would work.
And I think one thing too, that if we can encourage people to form their own businesses, their own small business, small free enterprise systems, and make it easier for folks to make money on their own, I think that would be very empowering. And if you did that, especially young people, then you would see them feel comfortable. Like, I can afford to have another child, and I can. So it kind of piggybacks what you're saying, Seattle, and that is if people felt like they can form a small business without feeling like they're being regulated out and overtaxed, I think that's the backbone of the economy, really.
Yeah, that would you can tag that along with it. It would definitely benefit. The issue is this. In the meantime, why that new ecosystem is creating itself, you've got people up at the top who would see that and want to choke it off. Those people have to be reined in.
That's true.
Now, they just have to be reined in and stopped. Now, the problem with that lies, I think, is that the people at the top are paying the lobbyists and the politicians.
Right.
And
crony capitalism.
Yeah, they're discouraging it. Yeah, but all those people have to be reined in at one time. There has to be a group of people that starts choking them off from the trough.
That's right. And see, and I'm with you 100% there, and but once in a while you have ideas like Uber or back in the day Apple, Microsoft, those guys started in their basements, and if you have a good idea and you have a smart way of going about it, in spite of what you're talking about, it could survive. However, I'm with you that they need to level the playing field for everyone. And those bigger businesses should not have those advantages. They already have a big advantage anyway, just with their pockets, with their at-hand capital, and their market share. But if you could somehow incentivize and get, my view, get the government out of the way. That's really the key, and everything else will, for the most part. I'm not against all regulation, but.
Yeah, there's some things that you can't have people out there doing,
that's
like
right.
dumping in the ponds and everything else, you can't have them poisoning the water supply.
Right, exactly right. Yep. Common sense environmental reform, common sense business regulation, and that type of thing, yeah.
Yeah, and you have to give that, like I said, that beginning, that new big birth to people, that ecosystem time to grow, and you've got to break down the big players. But at the same time, while you're doing that, there's other deals and things, and there's a few other issues that need to be addressed, and that's the global deal, because the
Right.
global deal currently is to shift certain jobs to certain areas, and to remove them from other areas and make them less competitive.
Right. That's
So
right.
that's another thing that has to be addressed. Those people have to be, readjusted as well. I think you do those three things, and you get what you want. You create you create a better ecosystem for everybody to enjoy, particularly here in the United States. I think that's what needs to happen. If you follow those three lines, I think it works.
That's right. I agree with you. And that's in the private sector. And
Yeah.
in the public sector, what the government can do, in my opinion, is to cut spending and try to bring down that debt.
Well, as far as the amount of debt, that's gonna drop once the baby boomers work their way through the system. It's gonna drop. It will drop.
If they don't continue the spending spree that they've been doing, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, some of those entitlements that will come to the baby boomers, yeah, that's going to help some. However, there's a lot of other areas where I think that the government could kind of rein in the spending and some of the programs. I mean, there's some government, you've heard the waste, fraud, and abuse.
yeah. I think I seen something about they were spending $9 million for 6 goats.
Right.
Someone should be locked up for that.
That's
I'm
right.
still waiting for somebody to get a perp walk over that.
Exactly. And here's another thing too. Here's another real world example, and this will step on some toes, but I think that reining in spending doesn't just mean social programs. The military, in the military, a friend of mine was in Iraq, and in the mid 2000s, or 2005, 2006, they had a bunch of flat screen TVs unopened in the boxes that were not used, that were supposed to go to facilities there in Iraq. This was in Anbar province. And they ended up taking all those TVs out into the desert, stacking them up in a big pile, and lighting a match. It was more expensive to take and pack those brand new flat screen TVs. It was more expensive to ship them back to the United States than it was to destroy them, and they were being used over there. That's the kind of thing, a real world example where they can save money by better planning those expenditures.
Well, they had big plans for Iraq, but it didn't work out. A bunch of people started fighting. See, once people start shooting, killing, and burning, and just unleash mayhem, a lot of those plans of getting people to be consumers goes out the window.
Right, yeah. Well, and these TVs weren't meant to be sold in the markets in Iraq. They were actually meant for facilities for military use. In other words, we couldn't blame the fighting on this.
Oh,
This was
okay.
just a bureaucratic red tape, situation. It didn't involve the insurgency or anything like that. It wasn't going to the private market. This was a government
Oh,
expenditure.
okay.
Yeah.
So
But
somebody didn't count right.
right, exactly. That's right. Yep. Or even worse yet, probably the more probable thing is like, we have a budget. If we don't spend that amount of money in the budget, then we're going to lose it for the next fiscal year. So they bought these extra TVs. That's how it works a lot of times in government. They have an allotted budget, and if they don't use that budget, the money in that budget, it gets cut. So they spend it on frivolous things.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's sounds about right. When you got when you got a press, a printing press, it's ripe for abuse.
Yep, that's right. Shoot, they don't even need to print. They just digitize money these days.
Yeah. Somebody will take that. A lot of a lot of issues and a lot of problems to be worked on and to be solved at some at one particular time or another. Um, eh, that that idea of working on that would help as well. It helps. Every little bit helps. I think that the idea of bringing in uh, un, masses of bringing in masses of immigration just is a 2 to 3 generation step. It's a 2 to 3 generation deal. You've got a population here that's already that I mean a huge part of the population that's already integrated and already for the most part with the program. I think your return is a lot better spent with them. The investment's a lot better spent with them
That's
than
right, and that's the problem with immigration. A lot of times, even legal immigration, there's many times where the people don't assimilate with the population. It doesn't mean that they have to deny their culture. People should be proud of where they came from and their heritage. But there's something about being an American, that sometimes doesn't seem to seep into the minds of those who are here. I'll give you an example of someone who has assimilated, who applied for citizenship after waiting several years, and this person was from Brazil, and they are proud American. They're young, and they took the citizenship test, and very, very excited and very proud to be an American. However, she is very, very proud of her Brazilian culture and where she came from, but just as tickled pink to be an American. And that's the kind of thing that I think what assimilation is all about. It's from the years 1923, I think, to 1965, there was no immigration whatsoever. They turned the spigot off completely. And part of it was because of the boom of immigration through the late 1800s through the early 1900s. So many people came in through Ellis Island, and they said, well, you know what, we need to pause this for a while to give a chance for them to assimilate. And assimilation does take a while, but of course now with illegal immigration going on, we've got yet another another problem with assimilation and things, especially when people are running around protesting with the Mexican flag instead of the American flag. It kind of makes you wonder.
well, the amount of illegal immigration, it's it isn't it's a high number. It's not a low number. Definitely not low. It's high. It's not overrunning though either. And that's probably just due to the fact that that it's a landlocked. It's more of a you got two oceans to the sides. Um,
Right.
you know, it's it's a
And
problem. It's a
yeah, and,
problem.
and one thing about assimilation too, just I don't mean to interrupt, but Silver Siren mentions it makes a great point here on the side chat. She's talking about how not assimilating was a luxury of a booming of decades-long economy, especially during the industrial age, and it's kind of inefficient to have everything in 20 plus languages. I mean, you had whole sections of New York City where they spoke Italian, and that it was and or these other languages, and they didn't really have time to assimilate because it was such an en masse, and it was that workforce was needed so much. Nowadays, we don't have that kind of a booming economy, and there's enough Americans um, that need work right now. And by the way, they will do the work that the people who promote illegal immigration say that they won't do. Yes, Americans will do the work that they say they'll work in chicken factories, eviscerating chickens. They'll pick lettuce in the fields. If people need a job, they'll take it to
Uh, there's
survive.
there's 93 million people that's laying around. I don't know if you've ever seen this post that I did, but I'm gonna put this link in here in the side, and then I'll try to put it out there in the outside as well. But I did a post a while back, and it the unemployment rate is at 40%, and I challenge anybody to refute these numbers. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's just not complicated. And when when you look at the 93 million people who aren't doing anything, it's mind-boggling. 93 million. I mean,
Wow.
aren't doing anything whatsoever. Okay, here's the link. It's on my Google Plus profile, but I'll put it right here now. I just got it. I'd like to know if my numbers are wrong. So if anybody, I'm gonna see if I can put it out here in the side chat too. I think I can. Nope. I can't put it out there. But if you go out to my Google Plus, if you go to the Google Plus page, and go to my Google Plus and look at it, it's pinned up at the top, and it just goes over some basic mathematics. There's only one conversion, and it's using decimals to percents, and it shows that I came up with 39.9% with the 93 million people. I used the U.S. Census numbers.
Right.
That's a lot of people.
So we're looking at age, wondering if some of those are below working age. I guess that's the question, right?
Oh, I excluded those.
Okay. Wow. Right.
I did the work. I did the work.
Wow. That is staggering. I mean, out
work.
of 315 million people total, and 93 point almost 2 million aren't working. That's staggering. Wow.
Yes, that right there, I did the work on it. It's. I excluded the people who were 65 and older, which was 28% of the population. I excluded the people that were 16 and 17, which is 2.64% of the population. And I excluded everybody who was down from there. I even excluded, and it shows right there in the numbers. They were all excluded.
Wow.
And then we got down to the nitty gritty. And once we got down to the nitty gritty, which is the 93, which was the 93,194,000 people, we subtracted those numbers from there, which came out to be 65,683,161 million. We excluded.
Wow. That is staggering. Wow.
63 million.
Well, thank you for your work on doing that. That's impressive research and calculations, but also staggering, and it just kind of proves the point that you've been making all along. Wow.
It's 40%.
Yep.
I don't care how they cut it. I excluded those people, the 16 and 17 that's included in that group.
Right.
And they don't include the people in that group who are below 16. They're not included in the 93 million.
Right.
I also excluded the people 65 and above.
Yeah, I see that. Yep.
I excluded those groups.
Right.
And it's 63 million. That's the and then you do the math with the people that's in between the ages of 18 to 64.
Yeah.
Which retirement age is at 62, but a lot of people won't retire till about 65. That's when they get their full benefits. They can start getting full benefits amount. So I even gave room for error. I gave a conservative number.
Right. Yep. It's something else. I tell you what, it just it's scary. It really is. I mean, and we're so used in this country, used to the sort of this slow growth. Everything is kind of status quo. But when you see numbers like that, it just really it just stuns you, and it makes you think that we're literally on the edge of another big recession. And I do think that the next recession, and I'm not a doom and gloom type person, but they say that between every 5 and 9 years there's a recession regardless. And the last one we went through was pretty big, but considering that there's been, almost no growth since the last recession, despite all the stuff they've tried and all these number of people that are out of work, and then when the next one comes, I don't see how it can be any better than the previous one. It's got to be the same or worse.
That's I'm gonna say this for everybody else. 65,683,161,000 people are doing nothing who are between the ages of 18 to 64 years old.
Wow.
How many people? And then I did, like I said, I did the numbers of how many people that were actually still left to work. I took the time to say, okay, how many people are still left to work? And that leaves you with 51% left to carry the load for everyone else. So here's what you're looking at: 163 million Americans are the core value to work and carry the load for the others. That's the core numbers that encompasses between the ages of 18 to 64. You subtract those 65 million people from it. That's the core number, and you're left with 97 million Americans who are actually working versus 65 million who aren't. So you just do the conversion from there. You just divide 65 by 163, and you get 39.39773, and you just put your decimal over 2 places, and it comes up to 39.8%. Now those numbers have gotten a little bit higher, so it's more than likely it's like 40% now,
Right?
just by following that same formula. But 65 and 97. That's your core numbers. There's 163 million to carry the load for the other 163 million people.
Right.
And almost 40% of those people aren't doing anything.
That's right. Yep. Scary times.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling. So when, like you were saying, that there's people that won't do those jobs, yeah, they will do them. And the question becomes, how are they living? Well, they're living off the fat of the land.
That's right. That's where I was going to go to next, because when you have 47% of the population on food stamps, some sort of government assistance.
Yeah.
A lot of able-bodied people out there, and like I said, they will do the work if they need to survive. And I tell you what, when I lost my previous job, I tried as hard as I could to find something in my field. Mm-hmm. And this is long before the unemployment ran out, because I was laid off. But I was about to apply at Walmart, McDonald's, and or whatever it took. Mm-hmm. Whatever I could physically do, I would do in order to earn money. Just because it's what you do. It should be the natural order of things, Mm-hmm. But for many people who are literally 4 generations into a government subsistence, they're not raised with that mentality, especially in some of the inner cities. I know people who work in social services for some governments, and they say that, especially in the bigger cities, you've got women that are coming in and getting WIC and all this public assistance, and they're 3rd and 4th generations in their family who have done it. That's all they know.
Yeah, well, that's a problem, and those people have to be. There's, like I said, you fix the problem you fix that problem pretty easily. If you walk around here and you look, there's a whole lot of women who are single with kids. There's a social component to it that's going on out there. I mean, there's a lot. And you compound the social issue with the economic issue, then you compound it with the cultural issue, non-assimilation, pretty much. You compound it with further interventions and crony capitalism and everything else. You start to form that picture. And like I said, that 65 million is a direct reflection.
Yes, that's exactly right. All great points. Very well said. That's exactly right. By the way, hi ho.
Hi,
And,
how you doing, Salivate? Hi,
and as Silver Siren says, I'm eating, FYI. I am too, and I'm not muting my mic while I do it.
I think the issue. I mean, you know, as far as that, I think what you were saying about the recessions every 6 to 8 years are coming through. The reason why they're getting worse is because that number is getting bigger.
Right.
Before it was around 70. Before the last blow, it was around 70. Now it's 90. It's increasing by 20 million a fold every 7 to 8 years. I think they're being. I think the numbers are a little bit higher, but I'll let them put them out, and we'll just do the math from there. I think by the time they really put out the next set of numbers, you can see those numbers at close to 100 million. Yep. And then you just do the subtraction from there, and it'll be around 45 to 47%. I think at 50% it becomes a systemic problem, from which it won't return. There's just got to be a whole fallout at that. At this point right here, it's teetering to a complete fallout.
Who knows? We could see austerity in this country at the rate things are going. You know.
Yeah, you very well could. Something's got to give.
Yep.
So at that number right there, something's got to give. I'm telling you, I put out that number and I'm immediately thumbs down 1,000,000 times. People can't believe it.
Right.
That's a real number. That's real.
Facts are stubborn things, aren't they? Facts are stubborn things. That's right.
Yeah. And
speaking of something else that won't give, in the bunker bullion, deep down in the Pacific Northwest, when there's enough heat applied to silver, it gives.
Certainly does. It gives and gives.
Until it oozes into a mold and then shakes with these nice little pore lines. Oops, he left us. I was referring to Bunker Bullion, his Hi-Ho Silver's successful operation there. I don't know if you've seen his stuff, Seattle, but Hi-Ho makes some pretty cool-looking poured silver bars, has been very successful with it. In fact, he's one of those that I was talking about. You know, he's going to start his own small business. Yeah. I mean, it's already an enterprise, but he's going to actually, you know, incorporate. I don't know if he's going to LLC it or single LC or S Corp, or I don't know how he's going to do it, but it's exciting to see people successful, and Hi-Ho is a perfect example of that, and you know, and it's just kind of neat.
Yeah, I've checked out his pours and his bars, and they look really nice. He does a good job with them, and he makes them a nice size as well.
Right, yeah, there's some cool sizes with them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm back. I don't know what happened there. I must be losing my Wi-Fi here, but hey, there's that orca, man. Seattle, when you showed that at the end of that video, was like, wow, that's a whole different level right there.
Yeah, they did a nice job with it. Really nice job.
Silver is perfect for pandas, and now it's also perfect for orca whales. The black and white of the orca and the panda, they both are perfect.
I like it. It's a very very nicely done coin. That they outdid themselves with this one because you were thinking a matte finish, but then they added the proof water like deal to it, and it just gives the whole series a good shot in the arm that it needed.
You think that's cool? Just wait until they come out with the Orca Privy Maple. It's coming. And I think I'm serious about that. If double six is correct, double six has told me about that, and I'm not sure if he was serious or not, but I think he was. So we shall see.
Yeah, he sounded pretty serious about the privy business there.
Yeah, yeah.
I read that comment and I wasn't sure. Is he mad at you or joking or just?
Well, I think he's I think he's a little frustrated about the milk spotting comments, but I mean, I try to be as you know, I don't want to pick on any certain mint because the Royal Canadian Mint is one of my favorite mints, and there are other mints out there that have milk spotting issues. But he makes a good point about the about private. The Royal Canadian Mint can be commissioned to make these privies, and that's probably what happened since Provident is the exclusive Bigfoot privy, and other silver bullion dealers have also other exclusives. And but as far as the milk spotting issue, I think that's what upset him the most. And I see his point. Like the Royal Mint, with their Britannias, they milk spot. I've got a couple here that are milk spot. But the Royal Canadian Mint, I think the reason why they're so prevalent there is because there's more maple leafs than any other bullion coin out there aside from the Silver Eagle. So you're going to see it more with their stuff. What really kind of gets me with the Royal Canadian Mint is their limited edition coins like the Wildlife series and the Birds of Prey series. Those are premium bullion coins. In my view, they should be treated differently and be given a slightly. Those planchets should be better, and they shouldn't have the milk spotting. But because you do pay a little bit more of a premium for those, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah,
Especially
Silver
the
Saturn says TLC. They need a little more tender, loving care.
The Birds of Prey series was such a disappointment.
Right. And now they're coming out with the reverse proofs, and the reverse proofs, you don't see that as often. But you'd pay an even bigger premium for those. Those are essential. That's what I like to call better bullion. Those are, and they have the potential to be numismatic because they have a limited mintage, but there's still a lot of them out there, but they have a limited enough mintage. But great finishes. But the Royal Canadian Mint does a fantastic job with their strikes, with their quality, aside from that milk spotting issue on some of those. So, hi-ho, what you need to do now is, if you can do it, is see that horse on your avatar, is you need to pour yourself a horse bar.
I was just talking to Mr. Zeet this afternoon about that, and that I can't remember the name of it, the place that he gets his molds from. I'm going to try out one of his molds, and if I like it, I might ask him to make me a horse model after that avatar.
That would be cool.
I don't really like to have the inside of the mold be what I'm doing. I like trying to manipulate the cooling surface, but I do think having a horse one might be fun.
Right. Yeah, you found your niche indeed. You are the master of making that surface ripple and do all sorts of neat things.
It's really been fun. There's so many variables in how it comes out. Like pouring in the really cold temperatures was a real a real treat. Now that the cold temperatures are gone, there's some things I was able to do that I can't do. So I guess we'll have some seasonal issues maybe.
You know what? And this may be, you know, I know this will be public and be posted, but I'll go ahead and make the suggestion. I'm just curious, you know, whenever we do our pours, it's just for fun and we just goof off, you know. But for you, have you ever thought about putting your graphic mold on like a very, very high revolution vibrating table, to where it's just like it's so fast but so steady, you know what I mean? It's just like a shaky, like I wonder how it would look when that was done. Something that just a very, very intense vibration, but not too much, so that it gives a strange surface appearance.
Yep, there's even if I mounted it on a lead base and then ran a subwoofer,
Yeah.
And generated a certain frequency of tone, I should be able to actually manipulate the ordering of the material. But I haven't tried that yet. I'm also going to try spinning on a pottery wheel. I haven't tried that yet.
Right.
With my round one. Lots of fun still to have.
Well, I tell you what, you know, some of the hip hop community might enjoy the subwoofer induced silver bars, you know, because you know what they say, it's all about the bass.
Yep. I could borrow my friend's Honda Civic and do it in the trunk of his, next to his subwoofer, maybe.
There you go.
Mr. Zeke has what he calls his shaking table.
Hey, what?
Cool. Mr. Zeke's been kind of fooling around with a shaking table.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Pretty
how
cool.
there's so many. All of a sudden, it's just kaboom. Everybody's just being really creative. I love Vulcan stuff with the wood is terrific.
Yeah, his gator pours are cool, and then of course, Robert 11 does his casting, and I think that's fascinating too.
For sure, I haven't gotten into that yet, but it's sure fun to watch him do it. And Losing Louie's got those gigantic flat top skulls.
Right, yeah, those are cool, and his picks were pretty cool too. I like his guitar picks.
Definitely. Seems to be the hobby of the day.
Yeah, indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bid thee farewell and finish my snacking here, but it's good chatting with everyone.
Alrighty there, Salivate.
Good talking to you, and if Silver Fish VT is still on the outside, tell him I said hello, and it's been a long time, and we miss him here, and hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'd like to extend a sortitude of gratitude to you all, just a sortitude. Actually, I'm kidding, a multitude of gratitude. A multitude. Y'all have a good one, take care.
You too, bud.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, take care, Salivate. So how's things over there across the sound there?
Sunny and warm, like always, bud.
That's good to hear.
It's actually warm enough I'm going to attempt to pour this copper. It's not getting any hotter in the furnace.
Mm.
And my temperatures aren't quite right.
Uh-oh.
But it's hot. I'm going to use this and go ahead and try pouring that sucker. It's hard, man. I'm going to crank this up, but I'll mute it first so you don't have to hear it.
I hear it. Crackling.
Last time I tried this, I just didn't have enough heat, man, so I'm just going to keep blasting with that torch. See what happens.
Oh, wow. Hey, Siren, put that on the channel thing.
That might actually come out. Might have enough heat there. That's not bad. And it just keeps on glowing. All right. Might keep that one.
Okay. How long does it normally take? I mean, what temperatures are you looking at?
Well, silver melts at like 965 or so, and copper melts about 1085. This was probably up around 1200. So I didn't have much time. You got to pour copper pretty fast. And then that top surface, but that's a little bit of graphite residue, and I will polish that off later. And I think I just made a pretty cool paperweight here. Cool. Better than the last time, anyway.
Got it. Yep. Ah, that is nice looking.
That one I'll save and remelt another day.
Oh, the other one?
Yeah, I think I put 10 ounces in there.
Oh, wow.
But I really want to just make one that's like 5 ounces and see.
Are you when you're polishing? Are you using any tools?
Yeah, I'll use my Dremel tool to take that graphite off of there.
Oh, okay.
Silverino sent me a roll of horse privy Britannias to turn into something he wanted. It's too bad, man. He spent some money on those, probably $20 a piece, and then they just spotted up like crazy. So he wants them turned into something else. So I'm gonna make him a big bunker buster. This one's too big, but I might see if he wants it anyway. That's 24 ounces or so. 20, yeah. Anyway, so we're going to turn it into one of those, turn those old Britannias into something. I thought about trying to clean them up and see, but they're just bullion now, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Did the milk spotting disappear?
It's going to, that's for sure. Foolproof. It's got to be frustrating. That's one reason why I don't kind of usually buy the nicer things, because kind of like Silver Slacker talks about, it's just kind of stressful sometimes when you've got something invested in a coin and then it doesn't perform.
Yeah, and it starts the milk stain on you. It is disappointing.
Yep.
Big letdown. Yeah, I was. Yeah, it's some are just more prevalent than others. You know, the notorious milk spotters, and then there's the the open milk spotters.
Hey, are those Queen's Beasts, or the Queen's Beasts, going to be just gold?
There's a silver one too.
I wonder how it's going to do with spotting.
Yeah, it's a 2-ounce one.
Yeah, I'd like to maybe get those. Those are pretty nice.
It might be a wait and see type of deal.
Yeah.
You know. Another thing that I'm starting to think is I have to do a little bit more waiting and see, but what are we in? This is April. They released the 2016 Libertad Bullion coins, and there hasn't been a lot of buzz about them, not a lot of talk. I'm wondering what's going to happen with the. I'm wondering what's going to happen. I'm starting to formulate a consensus here, but I need a couple more months to see where this is at. Siren's laughing. Yeah, I'm waiting to see. It's been quiet. See, when they get quiet, I get worried. I wonder what they're up to. And they've been extremely quiet. Yeah, you know me. I'm looking at the proof ones. I'm gonna check those out and see what they got going on. You know, I think that those are the ones to keep an eye out for, definitely. Yeah. Did you notice that the Siren? I don't know if you saw this, but somebody brought that 7 coin set, which I knew they would. That 2014 70 set. Yeah, it got brought. That's the day after I showed it to you. It got brought out. Somebody brought it. It's gone. It's the 70. Somebody brought it for $2,000, which gave me an idea of what my 5. Because there's only 2 sets like that in the whole world. Yeah, somebody brought it. I knew it would sell. That I was sure of, and I thought he had it priced. I thought he had it priced cheap. I think he could have got more out of it, personally. Yeah. They do. Someone brought that. I know it'll sell. I knew it was gonna sell at that price. I knew it wouldn't be up for long. That bang gone. At the price that look here. here's a little selling technique that I've noticed, and I'll just share it with everybody. When you got people who, put the full retard prices up and they leave them up for a long time and it's not costing them nothing like right now, you can come in behind them and price reasonably and easily sell at the right periods. Yeah. I mean, they got that 2-ounce price that I think it was $1,200 or something like that, some ridiculous price. Somebody comes behind them with the 2-ounce, with the whole 7 set for $2,000, which they could have got more for, by the way. I think they could have got about $2,500 for it. I think that's about its max fair market value. I think they could have put it at $25,000. They would have sold it. They put it at $2,000 and sold it, and they sold it within days. Because I saw the day that it came up. Because I pretty much, I have a regular routine on just taking a look at that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Give them some. I don't mind sharing knowledge. That one that sold for $2,000, I think it could have went for $25,000, because if the 5-coin set would go for, I'd say about max value on that's probably 15 right now. A 5-coin set, so max is about 15. $1,000 easy, just with the 5. I wonder if there's anybody out there talking about it. So Cyrus missed an auction. Yeah, I missed a few auctions.
Well, guys, I'm going to clean up the shop here and take a little rest. I hope you have a great week. We'll see you soon.
All righty, hi-ho. You take it easy, buddy.
You too. Take care, Siren.
Okay, everybody, we're going to go ahead and shut this live show Hangout down. We're going to call it the evening. Thank you very much for coming out and listening. Sure do appreciate it. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, and we're out.